So today sucked, and we're here to tell you all about it. I'm Triss Leder.
And I'm Forrest Leder, and we're here talking life, health, and sanity, finding sunshine in the rain.
Did you want a second go on that opening? I know it's been like 6 years since we did it the last time. So if you wanted to take it again, you certainly could.
Hang on.
Oh, you're gonna
And
do it.
we're doing things where we're talking about stuff and trying to talk about things that don't always suck, even when stuff sucks.
With other stuff and the things and stuff.
How was that? Is that better?
That was horrifically awful, but we'll go with it. I'll fix it in post. Hi.
Hi.
I feel like we haven't done this in a while.
It's been a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It is what it is.
They can't get rid of us that easy, huh?
No, we're still here.
We're still
just
here.
like we said last time. It's just life is life.
Life is life, man. You can tell by the fact that it's late at night and you're wearing your bathrobe while we're doing this.
I mean, yep.
Uh-oh. We're 2 minutes in and we haven't said anything yet. Quick, say something funny.
I was avoiding the funny thing I had thought because I thought it wasn't really appropriate.
It's probably not.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess we'll just blaze right on past that. Say something else funny. All right.
I'm too stressed to say funny things.
Oh, so there we go. So I was going to say, Forrest, why did today suck?
Oh, like everybody, we're stressed about stuff that's stressful on November 6th.
I can't imagine what's stressful on November 6th. The Friday, the first Friday. The Friday after the first Tuesday in November.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stressful.
It is. It's stressful. And I think there's a little bit of fear there. I think it's a little scary.
Yeah, for everybody.
For everybody.
No
Yeah,
matter
not
which
just for
side
us.
of things people are on.
Of the Grand Canyon. Which side of the Grand Canyon people are on. Things are scary.
Yeah, everybody catastrophizes outcomes either way, on one side, everybody is going to die in a horrible, awful fire. And on the other side, everybody will drown. And it means the same thing. And the reality is somewhere in the middle where we'll die because of both drowning and burning.
That is so like darkly pessimistic right now. I'm not sure how to handle that. So besides the obvious thing that is, it's a stress that hangs over your head like it's there, but doesn't directly impact you right now. It's a weird stressor to have, for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of like, I think a lot of different kinds of stress, where the real thing is just like worse than what the answer would be. I think some people would rather have the negative answer and just have an answer.
Waiting.
It's the waiting.
Waiting. We have all been, not just Forrest and I, we as I mean, a state and country, but I mean the world, really. We have been just in a state of waiting for almost a year.
Yeah, it's just waiting for all of this stuff to get through. And the election,
we'll just call it what it is, yeah.
Is just another symptom of this stuff because it's just everybody's just waiting for things to be normal.
Well, I mean, I think the election and the way that it's been is a symptom of a lot of things, but I think that the waiting of the last 9 months or so, I mean, for me, if I'm stressed out about one thing, it affects all of the other parts of my life, even things that have nothing to do with that thing. And, just the length of the unsure that we've had. We don't know when things are going to go back to normal. We don't know what normal is going to look like going forward, but we don't have any way to prepare for it because we just don't know. And that is exhausting, not being able to plan, because it's not, you can't be active in doing anything, in working to, because dealing with something when it sucks, when it's bad news, when it's whatever, if you know what it is, then you at the very least have the ability to start trying to do something to make it better. There's nothing we can do to make anything better right now because we don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing of anytime difficulty comes in your life, you can start to have things be better by being proactive and taking steps to those things that you can control. But with everything that's going on, how out of control everything feels. Yeah. Where does that control come from?
Yeah.
So bringing it into like this show's not about all the problems in the world and what everybody is experiencing everywhere. It's about our personal experiences. So thinking about how everything is just out of control, what is in our control? What can we do?
Oh God, he's looking at me.
No, that was a serious
he's
question.
looking at me like I'm supposed to answer this question.
No,
okay.
I'm saying let's think about it. Let's talk about it. You know, like if because that's why we're doing this, so that we can reflect on the time that we're in, and then we can try and be better and do better.
Yeah.
You know, which to update you, we're not doing well on any of our health stuff.
No.
Nope,
haven't done
so much. Just trying to survive and stuff. And that's been hard.
Yeah. In hindsight, trying to start a massive lifestyle change in the middle of a pandemic was probably doomed from the start, I want to say.
Somehow other people have done it. Who are these people?
The better people than us.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but
maybe we need to have a guest on, somebody that like they did stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hello, Mr. B. I understand that you have actually done things.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do yesterday? If I do that, no, wait, I can't do that.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
No, I think you bring up, we digress. I think it brings up that interesting topic of control and what you actually do have control of in your life, especially when there are so many things that feel so much bigger than you. Because this pandemic, y'all, is so much bigger than me. It's so much bigger. It's so much bigger than all of us. And it's really easy, I think, to kind of spiral down. Well, at least it is for me as somebody who has anxiety and a bunch of other things. It's very easy for me to spiral down that hole of worry.
Yeah.
Over things that I can't really do much about.
Well, and I'm not a worrier. Mm-mm. You know, I don't just like ruminate on things.
I can attest to this.
But even with that, there's still just the fact that there's this constant kind of ratcheting of stress over time. And it doesn't even matter that it's not like it's really like steeply ratcheting it up. You know, it's not going way stressful all at once or anything like that. There's no huge increases of stress.
Right.
It's more like it's just, you know, it's just getting a little bit tighter and a little bit tighter, and it just gets tightened down, ratcheted down a bit more and a bit more and a bit more. And it's just been so long of just tension being added and added and added. And waiting, like, where is the relief? Where does that come from?
I think I've talked before on here about, I know I've talked about my dad and the fact that he's a musician. I can't remember if I've talked about the fact that he has some interesting hobbies, one of which is when he learned from his dad, my wonderful granddad that moved to heaven quite a while ago. But again, I digress. which is fixing clocks.
Yep.
He takes the intricate little gears and all that stuff apart, and he cleans them and oils them and puts in things to fix it, and a bunch of terms I probably should know, but I don't anymore. And puts it all back together. And there's a bunch of different ways that clocks run. The one that all of us are most familiar with is, a battery. But these aren't the kind of clocks that he fixes. He fixes grandfather clocks and cuckoo clocks and mantle clocks. And one way that a clock runs is on a spring. And it doesn't look like a normal spring. It's flat. It looks kind of like the element on a stove.
Yeah, it's like a strip of metal just wound up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, around in a big circle. And so when you put the little key in to tighten it, it tightens that down into a smaller and smaller circle. And then that's what, as it releases that energy, is what makes the clock run. You can tighten it too far and it will break things. If you go too far and just keep forcing that key, it will break lots of things in the clock.
Incidentally.
And so my thought, what I was getting to here with this, there's a point, I promise. Was the way that it doesn't break by, well, you wind it once a day. So you wind it today as tight as it goes, and you come back tomorrow. And if you go to wind it, there's space to wind it, even though it was tight yesterday. And the reason for that is because it ran the clock, which released that tension.
Mm-hmm.
And so figuring out how, when our springs are too tight, to release that and not let it continue to ratchet, like Forrest was saying, so that our springs break.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is that I have definitely felt like a spring that's wound too far.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do about it?
That's a really good question. And I really wish that I had a really good answer to go with my beautiful analogy.
So beautiful.
I don't necessarily. I think that there are things that we all know and don't do. But we would all know, yeah, I should do that. Yeah, I should do that. And I think it maybe comes back to doing the things that are within your capability and your control. Whether that means today I am taking a mental health day from work and I am not going to do that. I'm going to do things for me, and that's okay. Or things as cliche as call your mom or somebody that cares about you, that you care about, that you don't talk to enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know for sure you, and I think me to some extent, get off the phone or FaceTime or whatever with family,
mm-hmm.
and I could just watch you walk around the house. You feel better.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe the point in that is personal connection with the people around you that care about you, because they exist. Yeah. I promise there are people around you who exist that care about you.
Yeah.
And connecting with them, being not okay with them sometimes, being honest about my spring is too tight right now. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
And yes, I should call my mother too.
Yeah.
This is not pointed directly at you, I promise. But yeah.
Well, that's something I can control.
Exactly. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Can't control a lot of things right now, but I can choose who I call.
Yeah. Oh, we both ran out of words.
It's kind of where I'm at today. I think that's where we are.
All right, well, I guess that means...
See you next time, suckers.